Great.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I- I'm your host, Dan Clarence Gomez, and welcome to the Dan Clarence Gomez Show. And my guest today is the artistic director of Victorian Opera, Stuart Maunder, to talk about the upcoming show called the Magic Pudding, the the opera that will be shown on May 15 at Darebin Arts Centre. Uh, 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 Hi, Stuart. Can you introduce yourself to our listeners and tell about the magic coding, the opera
Sure.
to our
Okay.
listeners?
Well, look, my name is Stuart Maunder, as John has said. I'm the artistic director of a company which is based in Melbourne, in Australia, in Victoria. It's called Victorian Opera. We have a proud history at Victorian Opera of doing operas for families, for younger people, and for families, giving them often their first experience at getting inside a theatre, and that exciting moment where the lights go down and everybody oohs and ahs and screams and whatever. And it gives kids a good chance to just um, have a look at the art form that is opera. We proudly state that operas are just old musicals, really. So it's this particular one, The Magic Pudding, is based on a very beloved Australian children's book called The Magic Pudding. And it's about this very cantankerous and angry young pudding who keeps can regurgitate. So no, that's not the right word. You can never get to the bottom of him. He grows again each time you eat him, and he can be whatever you want him to be. He could be steak and kidney pudding. He could be mince. He could be something savoury, something sweet. And they're a charming group of uh, animals and some humans that accompany the pudding in his adventures. We have two very nasty pudding thieves, as they are called. One is a possum and one is a wombat. And so it's fun and it's light and beautifully accessible music for young kids. It's
Wow.
written by a Melbourne composer called Calvin Bowman, who's a very fine organist and composer in Melbourne, and the libretto is by a wonderful Australian composer and musician and educator called Anna Goldsworthy. She is the head of the Elder Conservatorium in Adelaide, and soon will be joining a group called ANAM, the Australian National Academy of Music in Melbourne.
Who are the cast of this opera? Who are the cast?
Well, the cast,
Cast.
yeah, the cast range from each year we as an opera company employ at least three singers for the entire year. And that's very unusual in an opera company to have people who have full time employment. So, three of those, what we call the opera prize winners, are in The Magic Pudding. And the rest of the cast are made up with young Melbourne singers primarily, and some of the chorus, the ensemble, and some of the chorus and the smaller roles are taken by the Elder Conservatorium. No, not Elder. Sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up. By the Conservatorium of Music here in Melbourne, at the University of Melbourne. They are masters students who are getting practical experience in performance of opera by going on the road with us to do this piece. It has an orchestra of 10 that travel around with us as well, and it's all conducted by our head of music called Phoebe Briggs, very fine musician. It's directed by our CEO, Elizabeth Hill Cooper, who worked on the original and has based this production on the original production by Cameron Menzies. So this is a piece we've done 3 times in the company's past, and that's very unusual for an opera company to do a new work 3 times. So it's a testament to how joyous the piece is, really. I defy anybody to come and not have a good time, be they 5 to 80.
How they can buy a ticket, how to buy the tickets to watch that show? Can you tell us for that on how to buy a
Yeah,
ticket for the
all
show?
you do
So
if you go to our website, which is victorianopera.com.au, you will be able to have a link there to buy tickets. They range from schools tickets, schools performances at usually at 10:30 in the morning. There are some at 1 o'clock, and there are some what we would call general public performances on a Saturday afternoon and a Friday night in a place called Darebin, and then on another Saturday afternoon in a place called Narre Warren. All these hysterical Australian names. But Narre Warren's particularly interesting because I think there is something like over 150 different nationalities represented in the people of Narre Warren. So this is a great opportunity for us to get out there to different cultural groups and to showcase what opera can do to various people, because some people may not have had much experience with opera. I mean, I don't know about Manila, for example. I know that the Philippines loves its musicals, and I've been there a
yeah,
couple of times with musicals. But opera, I'm not sure. You may do as well, but it's the joy of opera is that it's usually the human voice without any amplification. No, it's just the voice and you hearing it, and that's a very different and very exciting uh, specialty of an opera company to be able to do that.
uh, thank you, Stuart. Our interview is just 10 minutes. We don't have a time, and thank you for getting to my podcast. So to our listeners on Melbourne, I encourage you to watch this show on Darebin Arts Centre, The Magic Pudding, the opera. Uh, it will run from May 15
Until the following 2 weekends. So May 15, then the next weekend, and then the next weekend in different venues.
yes,
So
you can.
that's in the Round, the gorgeous theatre called the Round in Nunawading, also at the Darebin Arts Centre and at Bunjil Place, which is again a very beautiful theatre in Narre Warren.
Yes, you can buy the tickets on the Victorian Opera website. I will put the link on the description on the podcast so you can see the link and buy the tickets. Uh, and I want to say thank you, Stuart, for getting to my podcast. And it's time to say goodbye now. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yes, thank you.
Great, John.